I think as well, once the audit is completed, it's important to have being, and in this case, I would say, I think is regardless if it's online or still on site, but I think is important to as well to, as you were mentioning with yourself and Phil, explaining what you're doing here, what is your objective and what are you trying to achieve. And in the end as well, to potentially do like a summary about your overall, at least key findings, and explain them. Because sometimes the audit reports, and like, I'm sure that you will agree with me, we are practitioners, and before that we were fortunate enough that we studied law.
Yeah.
And like back in the days, training lawyers and lawyer in your case. So you do understand this jargon and legal jargon that sometimes is hard for us to understand sometimes, those concepts. So
and overwhelmed.
we have on the other side people that potentially never come across something like this and never come across with these concepts and definitions. So it's really important that on this side of things, we have someone that aside from the preparation work, the interviews, the report, is as well someone that is able to explain and be able to answer the questions that people might have, because they will come. We are talking about a report that can be up to 100 pages, 150 pages, and like minimum, I would say 50. And we are talking about a very brief, high-level review. And these will generate questions, and we need to allow people to have a room for them to be answered.
Yeah, so that it's easier for them to read the report and understand that it's okay.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah. I think the report as well needs to be something about explaining what is actually required by law, what are your findings in terms of factual speaking, then cross-reference then with the law. So because of the law, it like expects this should be implemented, and then the corrective action and stuff. But as well as we should not assess the maturity, as you mentioned, but as well prioritize the risk, because obviously we will come with 200 recommendations and corrective actions, but not all of them are high risk. So you should as well have a feeling from your report or as an auditor, you should be able to, okay, we have all of this, but now what is actually the priority? What should we have in mind for this controller to actually achieve that needs to be solved as soon as possible, or at least at the same time. I've seen this approach as well happening, that are the quick wins. So a quick win at the same time with a high risk priority, if we can do it like
It is
very
very
easily
for the customer.
Yes.